Hey you guys, this is Multikiller Joe, and today I am signing in with a video. It's my after story of Hurricane Michael, basically. Um, I don't know if much of you knew, but I wasn't around for a while doing videos, and that is because I live in Florida, and Hurricane Michael decided to come down and pretty much total everything, including power lines for basically 50 miles in each direction of my town. This is a photo of my yard, and we had to clean up a bunch of the trees and tree limbs in it and move them to the side of the road. This picture doesn't give it justice, and I'm sorry. Later on, the day that I was taking pictures, I finally knew I could turn my camera and the photo would be in like 720p and it would look good. So my apologies that it's like just flat straight like this. I was using my phone at the time. So with that being said, let's get to the beginning of my story. So this all happened. Well, not all this. I wasn't around for Hurricane Michael. Let me tell you that. It all started the morning at 4 o'clock a.m. because I was still up. I was watching a movie on my computer, and I had just got done watching it. It was a really good horror war movie. And my grandpa, he came in and told me to get my backpack packed, and that the hurricane was coming and that we needed to go. And honestly, I've been through so many hurricanes, I didn't think it was going to be as bad as it was, and it's probably the worst thing I ever did see. But on our way out of Florida, because we had traveled for hours to get to Montgomery, Alabama, we saw a bunch of rain and wind, and that's about it, because the hurricane didn't really hit lunchtime until I think like 4 p.m. or something like that. So several hours, but it's good that we outran the hurricane. And we went to Montgomery, Alabama. We went to Walmart. We stayed in the parking lot for a little bit. Then we went to the Walmart. We looked at the Halloween decorations and stuff like that. And, we went to McDonald's, and it had a McDonald's or McDonald's in it. It depends on how you pronounce it, but we had went to it, got a bunch of food. My grandma was the one that was driving. Our grandpa had to go back to work, otherwise he'd get fired. See, I live with my grandparents. My grandma was the one driving the whole time. We had her mom along with us and my two cousins, which is a girl and a boy. And we all lived together. Well, her mom has her own house, but you get the point. We got scared and thought that we'd take her with us because her house was made out of wood. It was that bad. I didn't think it was going to be this bad, but it turned out to be worser than I thought it was going to be on how they were making it out to be. So, after a while of us being in Walmart, Grandpa gave us the coast is clear. He didn't tell us how bad it was, but he's a volunteer firefighter, and his friend Ben told us that it was my grandma, that it was catastrophic, like real bad, nothing they never seen. So we start making our way out of Alabama, no problems. Then it starts becoming nightfall, and once we're in Florida, there was no power whatsoever. And we had to keep our lights on because it was really confusing driving in that dark. And my grandma can't see well. She didn't even like going out in the morning. That's how bad it was. She could barely even see. And so we're driving around for a bit, and we start seeing the devastation on the road. There's like these trees. We can't see that good. Just remember this. And there's trees on the road. So after a good couple hours of us trying to get home, there was no way we could get home. Every exit was blocked up. And my grandma was driving a bit fast, and we almost hit two trees lying out in the road. After the second one, it's basically like, if we continue, we may die, Grandma. So I don't want to die. So let's just stop and wait. And so we all went to like a lot full of semi trucks, and we just stayed out there. And The car got really hot after a while. I couldn't really get comfortable to sleep. I cannot sleep in a car. I have to sleep flat, you know, on the ground or something. But I couldn't do it. Hell, there was times to where I woke up and I could not breathe worth jack. Like, I thought that I was suffocating. And, I looked over and I thought my, cousin, she's younger than, me and the male cousin, and I thought she was dead several times. I wanted to tap on her to see if she was okay, but I didn't do it because I knew she was okay. But it was hard to see her breathing, you know, because I thought we were suffocating in the car, and I told Grandma to roll down the window. So a little bit later, I got up and I decided to go to the back so they would have more space to, I guess, sleep or whatever, because I could not sleep. And that was the worst I did, because when I went to the back of the Jeep, because we had this red Jeep, I was gonna have that as the main picture for this story, you know, but no, it was fucking cramped. I sat on their computers several times, didn't break them, but their computers sure did jab me in the back, and like I couldn't get a position because we had so much stuff in the back of the Jeep. It was like the worst I did ever. So later on, like hours and hours of me trying to get comfortable, I think my male cousin finally woke up and I told him to move over. I'm getting up front, and when I got up front, my back cracked and I was just cramped. So, I didn't mention this earlier, but when we were trying to get out, we ran into some cops, and they told us that we need to get to a shelter. There's a curfew. That's why we went to the parking lot. We didn't want to go to a shelter. So, it went from 7 to 7, basically 7 at night to 7 in the morning. And once it hit 7, we all decided that we were going to go back to town, because we were near a town called Mariana and really close to my hometown, like 30 to 20 minutes. We started going down the road and they cleared some of it. We got into a convoy. It took us 7 hours to get back home because there was so much debris, power lines, power poles, and trees, big thick trees in the road. They had to cut them out. I mean, I give the road workers kudos to how fast they got it done. It was that bad that I didn't think they'd get it done. But the devastation on our way there was ridiculous. This photo of my house doesn't give it any greatness. This is just a little bit. Our house turned out to be fine. It took us forever to get there, though. The town right before our house was basically massacred. We call it Alpha. It was completely butchered. Like, silos out in the distance were down. A barn they just had built was down, broken to pieces, totaled. Their school was fucked up. So many house roofs were caved. It was ridiculous. And basically, imagine this. Imagine you live in a little town, 50 miles in each direction, and we're talking about main towns, major cities, just power lines down for 50 miles each and every way. Each and every way. Just down. We finally got home, and this is like a day after that. We basically had to work for 2 days just to get our yard to look somewhat normal again. Anyways, I did some footage and stuff as that stuff happened, because I didn't know when I'd be coming back to you guys. It wasn't a walk through the park, I'm telling you that much. So I'm going to have moments to where there's video footage of what I was doing and pictures of what I was doing. So get ready for it, and I may commentate through some of the pictures to explain some things to you. This picture right here is just me in my yard, and I was raking up limbs and leaves just to get them, you know, out of the way. So yeah, the tree that you see is gone. Well, with that being said, I'm going to put the photos in and start this video upright, because next is coming up videos that I took, because I didn't know how long it was going to be until, you know, I was back to you guys. I thought it was going to be months before I could get back and start doing YouTube videos.
Hey you guys, this is Multikiller Joe, and Hurricane Michael sure did a number on our place, but luckily it's still here, so yeah, I will be back. I just don't know when. It could be weeks before we have power up. The power lines have been ripped apart, literally over there. The power line's down, you might not see it, but on this side of the street it's down. In fact, it's over there by those things. I don't know if I could zoom in, I don't think I can, but it's been devastating. Let's see if I can get you guys. It's right there, the power line's down on the ground. I don't think you guys can see it, but it's over there somewhere. Hey guys, this was the power line I was trying to tell you about. Sorry that I couldn't get to it, but I have to put stuff over here. It's the only place we can put it. See, look at the yard. The yard's looking better, but that's because we worked on it. I can't do those trees unless I have like a saw or something. I can't do it by myself though. I would need my grandpa or some helpers, but I have to take this wheelbarrow full of leaves and just mainly sticks and twigs and stuff like that and toss it over this power line. We cleared out the driveway for my grandpa the other day so he could get over. He's really good at building this stuff. As you can see, he built this so he could just go over the power line because he's got to go to his work. I'll get back to you guys later. This is Multikiller Joe, and I'm signing off.
Here's a picture of down my street. It was really, really bad. There was just devastation everywhere, and honestly, you couldn't even walk on the sidewalk. That's how bad it is. You had to walk on the main road. Thank God a lot of it's cleaned up. Here's a picture of the end of my street with power lines and broken trees. Here's a house that was a couple blocks away down our main street, and it got really bad damage, or at least tree damage. I don't think you can see the damage to the house, but mainly their trees were completely, and their backyard was completely totaled, and the person I think was cleaning it when I came up on there.
Hey guys, so I've been working all day, hard work. I'm trying to go get to my friend Jojo, and the trail's blocked off. I tried to go to it yesterday, and I got a little bit of scrapes. I think you can see them. I think. I don't know if it's dark or light because I'm getting beams, but I got them on my legs. You may not be able to see them in this light, but I got a lot of scrapes on my legs. And that's dense bush over there. I can't really get through that. I did yesterday. I went around a bridge that's over that way, but let's turn around. I had to go through these bushes over here, as you can see on the ground way up there. Let me see if I can zoom in for you. See, I had to go through all that. This is only baby stuff compared to the pictures I'm going to show you guys.
Here's a story of like the Coast Guard, or not Coast Guard, but National Guard coming to town. I was like, wait, Coast Guard, what am I thinking? But no, there was 4 of them when I had got to that exact spot, 4 or 5, and by the time I could get my camera loaded, because I was preserving battery for my phone because my battery was pretty low and we didn't have any ways of charging it. We had to get a generator later on, but this was the National Guard coming in, and this is one guy, but there were 4 or 5 up from him, like in the truck. and it was just really cool seeing them there. Really, or well, they really helped us out by giving us MREs, which are meals ready to eat, and stuff like that. And it was really kind of them. They were really nice towards us folks of the town, and they seemed very pleasant to talk to. So thank you guys for watching this. Sorry if I got the National Guard incorrect at the beginning. Didn't mean to call them Coast Guards. My bad. I'm sorry. Okay, this is a house right down there from the National Guard, where the National Guard were set up. And as you can see, the porch, it doesn't look like it's fucked up, but it was pretty fucked up by the trees falling down. And there's trees like that everywhere with the roots ripped out by the roots. We're talking about big thick trees ripped out by the roots and thrown around, especially on the roads. This is about the time also, because you're going to see the picture is bigger and wider, is to where I found out that I could actually turn my phone around and it would make a big picture instead of a, you know, flat screen picture sort of looking thing. So you're going to see the pictures like this from now on, and they look good, in good quality like that. I apologize that they weren't in good quality, guys. I'm not used to using my phone so much because, you know, I'm more of a camera guy and just recording. I didn't know that I could use my phone to make it look, you know, good like that, but I figured it out. And as I said, I was mainly focused on preserving the battery power. Okay, this is downtown. There was glass and debris from housetops or rooftops falling out, and there was nails and stuff, and, you know, lots of nails to step on. Also, there was a shed down there that had ripped apart, and they had Halloween decorations set up, and that was really sad that happened. And just look at the debris. It was really bad, and I would wish this upon no one.
Look at that devastation. And this is the end of the trail. This is where I came out of yesterday. That's why I'm all cut up. It may not look that bad on this side, but if you go behind those bushes, which I'm not gonna do, there's dense trees laying on the ground and debris. I had to watch out for nails also. So yeah, I'm glad I'm around still. It was a stupid idea to go this way, but today I decided to be smart and go through town. By the way, that's a memorial train right there, and this is the train station. I'm gonna get some water and I'll make some more pictures and do some more videos in a bit. I gotta rest. I've been working all day and I'm really hot. My feet hurt. I'll talk to you guys later. Hey guys, so what you're seeing here is the top part to the church right down there. And it was up there where that white spot is on the tippity-toppity. That's a shame. I just took a rest a couple minutes ago. My feet are still hurting. I'm almost to my friend's house. I don't know how I'm gonna help with me being, you know, because I'm used to sitting down and I only get up and do things for a little bit of period of times, but whatever. I'm helping today. The catastrophe that Hurricane Michael decided to do, now I'm up and helping. As you can see, he messed with some of those trees over there too real bad. So I will get back to you guys. This may be the last video. Look at that house. The top part to the porch is messed up. See? Yesterday, a manhole down that way, I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of over there near the shade, I think, or in front of it, was overflowing too. I'm gonna get back to what I was doing and going to help my friend.
When I got over to my friend JoJo's house, This is one of the trees, and I got a front image and a back image of the tree on just to show you guys, like I said, how the trees are ripped up by their roots and just tossed a bit. This tree was kind of still down in the hole, if you can see in the second picture, but I just wanted to let y'all digest that and see what we were dealing with. Here's a picture of a driveway, and the sad funny part of it is they just got it finished and the trees just completely ruined that for the person.
Yeah, I know, actually. So I'm recording, so. He actually did, that's the reason why he gathered it up all together, like put it on this side, just so he could get it all up. Sorry about that.
As you can see in the last video, that's when they started cleaning the limbs off our streets. They did really good, and I'll give them that. And the day right after that, that's when the power line guys came, and we got our power back. So luckily, I got the net back. I can watch TV. You know, I can get on my phone because I use the Wi-Fi with my phone, and everything kind of went back to normal. But it was like that for 9 days, and I'm not counting the first day that we had to leave because I wasn't here in my town. I spent 9 days like that. They said it was going to be weeks or 31 days until we probably got the power back, which luckily wasn't the case. Luckily. I know I didn't get it as bad as other towns. My house was fine. Everything was fine. Our yard was a little messed up. But it was really, really bad and catastrophic. And I've never seen nothing like this in my life. Only in, like, news videos of tsunamis and stuff like that. And just to witness it was horrible. And I would never wish it upon anyone. You know, be sure to give me feedback on the pictures. Did I do good on the pictures for you guys? send me some love, because it wasn't easy those couple days. I never thought I'd probably see you guys until like maybe sometime next year. That's how bad it was. Thank you guys for watching this video. This has been Multicolor Joe, and I am signing out.
Say the word.